All right, let's get this on the road here. Let's get started. Yo, Nightwave, what's up, brother? Hey, let me know if you hear music. I can't figure out if the music is, Thanks, brother. Yeah, I worked on it. I made it way better. I tried to make it match the lighting that I have going on. I think it's super clean. Dude, I don't know how to do mods, bro. I don't know how to do mods, dude. There's a 4-hour gap here. A lot of liquidity down here, though. So hourly 4-hour stacked to low 700s here. I really like that for target. I mean, for a buy down here. We can get down here. We take out 4 hourly liquidity. Raid there at the bottom. Get into a nice hourly and 4-hour gap. I mean, 717 on that. 710. I mean, you can't beat this. This is looking good. Gonna mark that out. Even if it doesn't happen today, tonight maybe in Globex. That's a beautiful long trade. All right, we got ourselves pretty good little situation happening down there, which is nice. This hourly inversion from earlier, we've already we can't get above it, so we're closing below it here. This probably most likely continues lower today. We still have London low. We've got this nice area down here. So we got that hourly and that 15-minute there. I think we see lower prices. He says, I think you can click my name and do it. Nah, dude, I can't. I already tried. Literally clicked it. I can literally put user in timeout. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it. So we have this bullish hourly is holding here. There's just so much liquidity down here. I feel like we're going to come take this stuff. Yeah, that 4-hour high was taken. 2 p.m. most likely opens, manipulates higher, and then sells off from what I'm looking at here. Let's see. Hourly has no, we have a barely any wick on the ES hourly there, which is kind of annoying. 4-hour is following along for ES here. So we've taken previous 4-hour. We have, Devil's Mark here at the low at 93s. Yeah, I like this lower. I honestly like it lower. And we got an SMT here with ES. How to mount on YouTube. Select your live stream to enter the live chat. Tap a message or comment and select an action from the option that appears. If you're managing moderator, you can tap. There's no settings here. That's the thing about it. When I click on your name, it honestly just says go to channel activity, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide or user on this channel. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's make this light a little warmer on me. Maybe a little too warm now. 5,000 Kelvin. That was good. All right, let's see what we can do here. I took a banger trade earlier. We made a lot of money on this trade, like $2,000 trade. So pretty happy about it. So really I can't do much until 4 p.m. I mean, until 2 p.m., which is that new 4-hour open. So got to wait and see what that gives us. Yeah, I know. I don't have the live PNL set up. I should probably do that, to be honest. I think it does look nice when we do set up the live P&L, so we'll set that up real quick. We're up $4,678 across those two accounts. And then I made 303 on another account, so looking pretty good so far today. Let me set up that live P&L because it does look nice. Well, that didn't work out. All right, there we go. Let's get these down here. Yeah, price is doing what I wanted it to do. What's up, LJ? How you doing, bro? Who's LJ? Is that from our Discord? Yeah, there's a sell-off, guys. Nice move lower. All right. New York Midnight Open is here. -2, -205. This is the reversal range. I'm looking for us to tap right into discount, which is 737 of this range, and I'm looking for a buy in the 720 to 710 range with a stop below 700s, basically. That's what we're looking for here. See what 2 p.m. brings. 7 minutes here till 2 p.m. Try to trade that new 4-hour candle. AJ says, what's up, man? How, what model do you guys trade? So I'm an ICT trader, but basically to simplify it, man, honestly, I'm just trading higher time frame liquidity sweeps with either an inversion gap on a smaller time frame as an entry, or sometimes I'll take... I'll honestly just take, if the risk reward's really good and I'm inside of discount or premium and I have a pretty nice higher time frame PD array or BISI or SIBI or Fib Rally Gap, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you know the ICT lingo, but if I have that, I will, sometimes I'll do something like this, right? I'll just basically get into a trade by putting my entry here and having that good risk reward, right? And if it taps me in, it taps me in, and I've had some really good success with that. What the fuck is this? Says I got to go at 210. Come on, you can't go. You got to stay here, bro. We got to get this 4-hour. We got to get this 4-hour trade here coming in. 2 o'clock candle. LJ says perfect. I'm in the right place. Sweet, man. Happy to have you here, bro. We're just starting to do, we have a Discord with over 200 members, and we're just starting to do a bunch of YouTube now. So we'll be on, at least I'll be on a lot more on YouTube, and that's kind of the goal here. So what the fuck, dude? 105 fever this morning? No way, dude. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever been 105. I've been 103 max, dude. How are you 105? Are you okay, man? Are you alive? That's crazy. There's no way. Absolutely no way. something to keep note here is Asia just took the liquidity I wanted to see taken in on NQ. So either we've already taken it on sorry, not Asia, on ES, and we're not going to see it anymore on NQ, or NQ will follow through and take that liquidity there. But we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Let me go to the 5-minute here. I want to draw out the premium and discount of this move here. Let's see. So from here to here, we do tag back into discount, but that's fine. We're going to just do it like that. Okay, and then what is discount of the overall range from this high to that low? So we already just tapped into 0.5. We've done it once, we've done it twice, and both times we've been bought up by buyers. So we'll see what happens here at this time. Let's go see if we have an hourly or 4-hour here on... okay, so we're inside of our gap here. Not very pretty on ES, to be honest, for a buy. Not very pretty for a buy. We start to close below those 490s on ES. It's going to look bearish, essentially, right? Let's see what the 4-hour shows me. Maybe there's something on the 4-hour here that I'm not seeing. Yeah, again, we have an inversion gap here on the 4-hour, which I could probably take a trade off of. So I wouldn't want ES below... I really wouldn't want ES below 683 for me to want to take NQ long if we do start to move lower. So we're going to go ahead and mark this out here. That's your H4 inversion fair value gap here. So we're going to mark it out, turn it perps, and just keep that on the chart there. Dude says I put an ice pack on. Dude, that's crazy. That is mental, bro. I actually was super sick with COVID a few weeks ago, and I hit up Nightwave. I had 103 fever at the time. It lasted a few hours, and then I was pretty much rocking like 102 to 101.5 for like a couple days. And finally, when it broke, it was crazy. I mean, the amount of sweat that I had in my bed was nuts. I had to like rewash everything. I mean, it was pretty crazy. Do you know what you have, man? Do you have COVID or what's going on here? What do you have? On day 4? Shit, dude. That's crazy. Do you know if it's COVID or? Okay, so you don't even know what you have yet. Okay. Pneumonia, yeah. I mean, it could be, man. It could be. I've actually never had pneumonia, but I have a few family members that have had it. It's pretty crazy stuff, but I'm sure you'll be fine, dude. Definitely go to the doctor. You don't need to trade, man. Trading is it's cool, but you don't need to be trading. You need to be taking care of yourself. That's for sure. All right, let's see what we get here, guys, at 2 p.m. Kind of don't like that ES is already here at the London low. NQ is kind of lagging behind. Throws me off a little bit when I see those divergences, right? Because we basically we now have SMT between ES and NQ here. So it's hard for me to want to short this thing. Well, I mean, I'm not going to short it. I mean, I could short it, right? Like there's two ways to trade this, right? I could wait for the 2 p.m. pop and then short into my buy area, right? Which is obviously, that's one way to trade it. Or I could just wait for this thing to fall in here and see if buyers show up and take it, right? But we do have SMT, so we're going to mark SMT out here between both of these guys. Yeah, that 4-hour IFAG on ES looks great. Oh, Ryan? Dude, you're sick like that, Ryan? What the... Is that because of Portugal? Did you get sick in Portugal? Or like, did you get sick? Like, how'd you get sick, dude? Yo, Nightwave does have his cough from over a month ago, straight up. I just can't figure out if it's a smoker's cough, dude, or if it's like a you're still sick cough, you know? Let's see if the hourly, did the hour close below this gap here? By the way, I jumped back to trading on the TradingView app and look at the delays on the TradingView app compared to the TradingView website. Isn't it crazy? Oh, dude, look at that hourly closure. Like, it closed inside the gap. That's kind of annoying. But we have 2 4-hour lows here. There's no way we don't just send it to get those lows there, right? And we have this 4-hour, basically this 4-hour devil's mark here. ES is looking bearish as well. I think 2 p.m. sends us lower, to be honest. Kind of want to figure out how I can position myself into this. A lot of people probably won't take this into these lows here because of that SMT, right? And I probably need to be careful if I do try to take it. It's a 10-point risk here for a move lower into that 4-hour low there. So something like this has potential into where I'm trying to go. Let me see something. Let's see. Might miss this, and that's okay because honestly, we can take the we could just take the long down here, right? We don't have to short into it. So this is my funded account down here. Let me just throw on the leader account here. So we're gonna go to 3804 as the leader here on this. There we go. So this is pretty valid here for a short. Let's go look at the higher time frame. So 3-minute gaps up here at 792. The 5-minute, there's no 5-minute. We do have a 5-minute CISD or change in state of delivery there. We did get that. I mean, we didn't get the full hourly closure below this gap, but I feel like it's good enough for me. I think, I don't know. It's a little risky. We could get a pop back up a bit. We could see a pop into, not that. Let's see, we could see the pop right into, we already did. Yeah, this thing could sell off. This probably was the right idea. Let me see, I can't see through the camera here. I need to figure that out because it's tricky. This should be protected here. It's really good risk reward, and I would be targeting, honestly, if we do get a sell-off, I'd be targeting that -4 there. Something like this. I think I kind of like this. Just got to be careful because ES could take these lows here before NQ, and then I'm not sure if we, what's going to happen there. We could. So here's that that 2 p.m. open here. I'm going to try this. Just the risk reward's really good. If it does start to sell off here, I mean, I'm only risking like 100 something. I'm up over 2K on these accounts. 2 p.m. might want to pop higher though before we do see that move lower. And it's all right. That's the risk I'm willing to take on this trade. So in at 83 or 82, right? So let's go to 792. Give it a little breathing room here. 10 points. And I'd be looking for low 700s here if we can get here, right? Or even London low here. But I think we could push into these 719s with this new 4-hour candle. I mean, we do have the SMT here between ES and NQ, which I don't love. But we'll see. Not a bad risk reward, so we'll take it. By the way, guys, if you're new here, welcome. Give the channel a thumbs up, or the live stream a thumbs up. We are pretty new to trading on YouTube. We trade in our Discord channel. We have a Discord community group with over 200 members in it. And we have just decided to start trading on YouTube Live. So yeah. Just give us a thumbs up. I heard that is what helps the channels grow. So if you can do that, I would appreciate it very, very much. Let's see what happens here, guys. ES, you know, like I said, don't like how ES had already taken some of the things it took. But I really believe that if we do start to get a move lower here, we can start to see that buying area that I want to see, which is down at 719. That's where I want to get long. So I'm looking to short into this area here. You know, we might get one more pop here with this new 2 p.m. candle higher, and I'll take a paper cut basically. And it is what it is. But I do like the fact that if we mark out this this high to this low here, we've already tested that 0.5, which is the consequent encroachment or the equilibrium of that move here, and we sold off pretty quickly off of it. So I'm looking for this next tap here to kind of do the same, and to maybe potentially get some sellers to step in and really take us into those London lows that ES already took, which is technically an S&T here. But like I said, guys, I have targets down there that I would love to get in long on. So why not short to those long targets, right? That's kind of the idea behind this trade here. The risk reward is really good. Risking $200 to make over 1,000. I don't know about you guys, but it's a 4-hour trade. So pretty happy with that. Starting to look pretty good here. Definitely sellers present in this area, right? Do they have enough power to send us down into these targets that I want to see? I don't know. That's yet to be told, yet to be seen. But they're definitely present. AJ says, or LJ says, already done. What are you done with? You already took a trade and made money? You're out? I wish it was a bigger gap. I wish it was like a 5-minute gap, but we don't really have much. We have a 5-minute change in state here, right? Which we've already rejected off of here, which is right there. We're going to go ahead and post that there just so we have it. CISD on the 5-minute there. So we need some sellers to step in here. Oh, he says, no. Okay, yeah, you like to stream? I appreciate it. All right, so we took our first paper cut here, trying to get a push down into this area here, and that's okay, guys. It's not that big of an issue here. The P&L just updated, so up about 4K on this trade. We lost 200 bucks there. That's nothing. Let's see where this thing can push to, and then maybe we get a reaction, right? So the only thing that we had going, I mean, two things we had going against us on this trade is the ES creating that SMT at the lows. This is kind of the reaction that I would expect off the SMTs. If buyers did step in, right? But really, the other thing we had going against us is there wasn't really any higher time frame gap here. We do have this hourly here, but again, on the hourly, we did not really close through it, right? This body closure is still inside of it. It did close bearish on the bearish side of that hourly, so continuation definitely could be seen there. But yeah, just giving you guys my 2 cents here. Those 805s would be a good short as well. I mean, it really depends, right? It's hard to short. Like, again, I'm not really bearish. I'm a buyer in this market. I'm looking for price to come down to what I would like to buy it at, which is in here. Wait, did I just not do that right, or? Okay. So I want price in this area here. If we can get into that area, I'd be very happy. $15-minute inversion here. Oh, we have a 15-minute change of state as well. Not the strongest, but it's there. I mean, 805 has potential as well for a short here. But I don't know. It's tricky. There's a lot of liquidity that's built up on this trend line here. So does the market want to pop up, take out some of these highs here? It's the question we ask ourselves. So 3-minute change, 3-minute fair value gap here on ES that just got inversed, which is, oh, we got one on NQ as well, actually. It's kind of a bullish sign so far, especially going into a inversed, or not inverse, but almost a inverse fully mitigated hourly here. Let's see if we can get a nice trade. So 15-minute low, hourly low, 4-hour lows, all intact still. What is my 50% of this previous hourly here? So a push into 826 is possible here, and we could still move lower after that. So something to kind of look at there. That would take out all of this liquidity here. That would take all of this out. Can I please? There we go. Jesus. So all of that there is trendline liquidity, and could see a pop into that. We really just want to simplify trading, right? We want to be in on the highest probabilities trades we can find, which is higher time frame imbalances with really good risk to reward. And that's it. That's the name of the game. So did just get a nice bullish closure there on the 3-minute here, which is pretty good to see. Looks like ES is still trying to push higher there. If I decide to, I mean, it's not where I would want to get long, that's for sure, but what is the risk reward if we looked at something in this area here? Could we do something like this? I'd love a closure above 803 and a retest of 797. Stops kind of like 88s maybe. I mean, all the way back up would be amazing. Let's see where we are here. From the high to the low, 50% is 825. So I definitely think that's on the table for sure. We're probably going to go take that right now. Yeah, we might not get a chance to get in this. We'll see here. ES is really pushing as well. We just sit and wait, guys. We sit and wait. But this is that new 4-hour candle. It looks like it opened and pushed higher, and then based on how I trade, what I would be looking for is for this candle, this 4-hour candle, to respect 50% of the previous 4-hour candle, so 825 at its high, right? So that would be this is candle 1, candle 2 takes candle 1, closes back in the range, and this candle could expand lower, right? In this case, potentially it's an open high, low close. So we'll see if that kind of pans out here. But right now, buyers are definitely stepping in and pushing this thing really back up into the midpoint area of this range. And again, I want to see us reject 825s. Yeah, 825 is kind of like the line in the sand as far as rejections. We do have an hourly as well sitting in there, so that actually might play out, guys. This actually could be the move here. So a push into this hourly, right? So push into this hourly here. Yeah, I like this a lot. Let's see. Kind of makes sense to me. So push into that hourly with a lot of aggression, right? Trying to get buyers into, trying to force buyers into this move here, right? Then we fake out, then it's a fake out to the upside and a continuation back down into what I think is the ideal buying area for price currently. See what happens here. Couple of ways to trade this. We are above the 15-minute candle, so we could look for a 30-second push into that hourly with a 30-second inversion. Some people, when they look at the hourly gaps, they'll try to trade a 5-minute inversion because the 5-minute and the hourly go together. That's fine. I do that sometimes, but I know that 15-second is going to give me the best entry, right? If my analysis is correct. So to wait and see here. 5-minute bearish gap, hourly bearish gap, a lot of resistance here. How's ES look? Does ES have a gap here? Nope, ES does not, but it does have a hourly breaker essentially. So again, ES 6500s here should be really the max for ES here. We really should start rejecting around this area. If we don't start to see that, most likely buyers are going to push this thing all the way back up. I'd love to see like a pop into this and then a push, a quick pull back down below this area here, right? And it looks like if this candle closes the next 4 minutes, 23 seconds, we're going to get a 5-minute gap here, which could be a potential short entry if we do inverse it off of that hourly, right? On the 1 minute, just looks a little messy. And on the 30 second, not 15 second, but 30 second here, what do we got? And this is kind of like that area, guys, where a lot of people would get scared to hop into a short, right? Oh, look at the momentum. Look at the buyers pushing this thing back up. We do have SMT at the lows. So in some cases, I don't, 100% think that any kind of shorting is in play. Again, I said I'm bullish. I just have not seen areas for me to want to buy it. I want to see lower prices first. But with that said, moments like this where we start to just push up. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, don't step in front of the train. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. But that's kind of like sometimes that's what you need, right? Because this is inducing a lot of buyers into the market. A lot of people are jumping into this. And this is most likely where you see us take out the liquidity and then turn, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Back to the 3 minute here. Because also, it could even be something pretty simple. It could be something like we do get that push, we do reject, right? And then we just hold this this area here and we see higher prices, right? That could also happen. So, short at 823 or 825, and if we only push down into those 812, you're going to get 10 points. You're going to make like $200 on that on a one lot or one contract, right? Your risk is going to be 5 points. So you're still going to get a 2-hour trade out of it. But yeah. That's a good push there. I like that aggressive push. Let me see if I can get again. Put the camera right in the wrong spot. So we're getting a rejection already, but we're not seeing anything that I can really. Ooh, let's see. Don't like to take the first entry here that it gives. I would much rather take one more push higher to grab this liquidity here and then a sell off, but they might not do that. They might just start to see a push off of this to the lows here. 30-second inversion on ES as well. Let's go to the minute here. What does the minute look like? There's not really any real gaps there. The 2 minute, the 3 minute. The 3 minute just makes you wait till 804s. I don't really want to be in so low there. 53 seconds here to create a 5 minute. Ooh, this is actually not bad here. $140, and I'm still bearish to this. I'm not bearish, but I'm still looking for price to get into this area, right? But the thing is, I could take a paper cut here, right? I would love for them to take this liquidity here. The fact that they didn't take it. I mean, 15 minutes took a lot of liquidity. I mean, honestly, this is not bad. I think I'm gonna try it. See if we get tagged in. It's low risk, very low risk here. Did we retest that gap there? I kind of want this. I don't know if we're gonna get this. I think they're gonna. If my theory of them wanting to come here is correct, we might not see price tag me in, but we'll see. Good risk to reward on this trade. Let's see, we get that 5 minute closure here. We did, and it looks like we might start to inverse that 5 minute. Yep. This is kind of, we would need some sort of, we need confirmation though, which would need another 4 minutes, 18 seconds. And price could bounce right here at 800s, right? That psych level of 800. Also, an area of interest for buyers here. So two things I could do here, right? I could wait for a 5-minute closure below this fair value gap here that confirms the hourly, bearish hourly with its corresponding time frame, right? The 5-minute, the 1 hour. Or I could try to take a 30-second inversion, which happens up here. And if I'm wrong, it's another $150 paper cut. And if I'm right, it's a massive trade, right? So like even something like this, I don't mind $100 for that risk to reward here. Because if I go here, it's $300 risk. But if I wait for the closure, guys, then I could take an entry below or right at that 5-minute with a stop kind of above. I don't know. It gets a little tricky here. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. The entry, the retest of that entry would be the this 30-second gaps up here. This TraderMade or BPR basically, which is a balanced price range here. We'll see what happens here. Something like that. $130 risk. We get tagged in. Maybe we do see lower prices, and maybe we don't. Maybe we do want to come up and take this liquidity out first, right? Two minutes till that 5-minute closes. By the way, guys, if you're new here, if you're hanging out, just give a thumbs up to the channel, guys, or to this live stream here. Apparently, I'm new to YouTube, but apparently that's how you grow on YouTube, guys. So all that helps, and I would appreciate it. Oh, the hourly high got taken too. I mean, this is nice for lower, dude. See if we get tagged in on this. 5-minute closes in 1 minute 24 seconds. I want to close below 800s if it's gonna go right. Don't love seeing this, that's for sure. Can it tag me in at 813? $130 risk here for $1,000 of profit. Looks like 800s is holding. And now what I would want to do is I want to trade this 5-minute wick here. So which would be, this is going to be the best risk to reward here on this trade. So the 5-minute wick, which is that 815 area, $85 risk here. This is a great risk to reward here. We get tagged. I'll go a little lower. $90 is fine. Come on, tag that 0.5 of that 5-minute wick here. Now I might take this off. If this in 6 seconds, if we close bullish here, we don't inverse this, I'll probably take this straight off. Let's see. Yeah, we closed pretty bullish. I'm gonna take it off here, guys. I was looking for that closure there on the 5-minute. Do we still get it? We could, but it looks like the bears failed to hold lower here, so no reason to leave that risk on the table there. This 30-second now just is about to get closed through, which is what we used, right? We used for that trade. We have a new 15-minute candle, which most likely takes that 15-minute high. We have SMT here on the hourly with ES. We have SMT here on the hourly. And do we have it on the 4-hour? We do not have it on the 4-hour. Let's see if we can get this 5-minute. So that wick, that 5-minute wick is holding here. Right at where I wanted us to hold, right? Which was 8:15, so that's good. That's great. I really wanted to see that 5-minute closure, though. I didn't love the fact that we held above that here. Basically rejected that 30-second order block there. So that's pretty cool, right? Right up into that area here. That was the... So on the 30-second, it's an order block. On the 5-minute, it's just a wick. It's the midpoint of the wick there. So what I would want to see, okay, is us push up one more time to basically take out this high here. So something like this is what I would want to see. We take out that high, we come down, create some sort of inversion here, tap into it, and we see prices continue that way, right? That would be ideal. But honestly, doesn't technically have to. Could just continue to come down here, and that would be okay. So again, 5-minute correlates with the hour, and that 5-minute might start to close below that that 5-minute gap, right? What happens if we do close below this 5-minute gap? Well, that would be a closure below a bullish 5-minute gap that correlates with the hourly in fair value gap that's up here, the bearish hourly fair value gap that's up here. So this would be your entry model. You would take 804 or 805 or 803 short, and you would be looking for continuation to take out this 4-hour, this 4-hour, this 4. I mean, look at all this high time frame liquidity here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours just sitting there for the taking. Problem is ES has already taken all of it, and that's the thing that really bothers me, right? Where ES has already taken the it took the 6 a.m. low. It also took the 2 a.m. low, right? Where NQ has not. NQ has not taken the 2 a.m. or 6 a.m. low. And when I say 6 a.m., I mean the 6 a.m. candle. So it's 6 a.m. prints until 10, right? Looking at the 4-hour candle. So whatever the low was, which is 8:20, the 8:20 p.m. low. Price is definitely trying to figure out what it wants to do here in this area. We are essentially accumulating, which is good because I would want to see this high taken on the 15-minute. A deeper tag into that hourly fair value gap, right? Maybe mitigate it all the way up into up to 823, 825, and then looking at it closely for some sort of entry to the downside. So that yellow line there, guys, is the equilibrium of the previous 4-hour candle. And I'm looking for price to respect this area here and give us some sort of entry model to the downside to go ahead and head towards a lot of this liquidity here on NQ, right? So again, I personally can't be a buyer here, right? Don't really want to be a seller, but if I get good risk reward on an opportunity here, I will target my my potential buy side entry here on NQ. We'll see what happens here, right? Again, ES has taken those 4-hour lows, so do have SMT. And guys, whenever I'm talking, if you guys hear me say something like an SMT or whatever it is that I'm saying, you can go ahead and ask me things. I'm happy to answer questions if anybody has any questions about what the hell is this guy talking about, right? This guy is talking a whole bunch of nonsense, some ICT nonsense, some ICT lingo. By the way, guys, if you're vibing with the YouTube studio here at my house, let me know in the comments, man. I've put some work into this to make it look good, so would love to hear the feedback. I'm missing 2 lights. I need 2 more lights that I'm waiting on. But after that, what we're going to be set. We're going to have a fill light coming in from the left-hand side. And we're going to have a rim light here. I know that sounds weird, a rim light, but it's more of a hair light. Going to push me out of the background a bit. You know, outside of trading, I'm a professional photographer, so I know a lot about this kind of stuff. Don't share much about it with the trading community, but if anyone ever has any questions about it, I'm happy to talk about it. Oh, guys, I just got an update here about Tradecopia. I actually wasn't aware, but the discount that I have here is not the actual discount. The actual discount that we have for our partnership with Tradecopia is actually 30% off, which is pretty amazing. So we're going to go ahead and update this real quick, guys, here in the live stream. LJ, no, we trade live every morning, 9 a.m. open, and we trade sometimes Asia session. I actually don't do PM much, right? This is the first time I've done PM in a while, and really it's because it's a no news Monday, and I wanted to let the market kind of tell me what it wanted to do this morning. I didn't want to just jump into any trades, so so I kind of waited to see what was going on, and then at around like 1 o'clock, I took a trade, which I could recap in a bit here, but that's why I'm up 4,000 on the day here on the trade copier, right, with all the accounts. So this is actually not a lot of accounts, only 3 accounts. It was a pretty great trade that I took. But yeah, if you want to hang out with us more and you want to join some of our trades, you can always join the Discord. It is free. We have a free section, and it's pretty much, the free section is pretty open to a lot of the things we do, right? You can watch some of the streams and all that kind of stuff. If you ever want to become a member, it's pretty cheap. We only charge $38 a month to be a member to the Discord, and basically all that does is gives you access to a focus group, which is like once a week we meet, we talk about the week, we talk about our trades, answer questions, help people out, and it also gives you access to backtesting sessions. That's about it. And obviously live streams every single day. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm in Discord, so obviously that you'll have that too. But we're not here, like I said, I always say this, I'm not here to really take your money. That's why I'm here I'm on YouTube for free. But we're always happy to have anyone that wants to join. But if you'd like to be free, man, join the Discord. It's discord.gg/TMade. Pretty simple. And we'd love to have you hang out with us. And yeah. So let's see what happens here, guys. That 5-minute did close here, right? So I'm starting to look for potential sell orders here probably soon. We got 33 seconds on this candle here, and 791 is what I would be looking to see if it holds. But other than that, never got a closure above this candle here. This is about to be closed below. So yeah, this is starting to look good for basically what my original entry was what was going to be that wick, right? So so yeah, 813. Damn, I should have just left that trade there. That would have been a beauty. It's looking really good here. So now we need to retest this 5-minute, and let's look at what the risk reward would look like here if we go in. God, I hate this. I have the camera right in front of my order. I have to fix that, but I'm waiting for a piece. So for now, I have to do some gymnastics here. Okay. So this is what I wanted to see, guys. It's just happening a little faster than I wanted to see, than I wanted it to happen. I was hoping we get a closure here and a retest. But this is kind of what I would be looking for here. That high would have to hold. So in order for this to fit my risk parameters, we'd have to go to like 5 contracts here. We would be looking for a lot of these lows down into 724, which would be $800 profit here. Hopefully it does retest. I'm going to just leave it in there, guys. I like the risk reward there. If it comes and retests that area and puts us into the trade, that'd be great. And if it doesn't, then it is what it is. If we start to push a little deeper into this, we'll probably just remove the trade, because I think if we do retrace after too much of a push, we might not get the full sell-off. LJ says, can you post a Discord link? Yeah, no problem. I got you. There you go, brother. All right, let's go ahead and fix the Tradecopia discount here because it's actually way better than I thought. So that's on me, right? But they just messaged me now. It's 30% off to all of the people that use the code here. So let's go ahead and update this. All right, but before I do that, let me just see something real quick. If this thing just starts to go without us. Oh, okay. We have a 15-minute and no, we have that hourly that we're rejecting off of, which is what I wanted to see, right? So 762, 744. Still room to move. Three-minute. We got a 3-minute inversion here as well. Okay, that 5-minute here. So I'm trying to think what I should do here. Hold the trade, take the trade off. That's the question right now. So right now we tapped back into 50% of this entire move here. You know, bulls are defending where they need to. So they're still present. They weren't able to really take us up into these highs here. So that has me kind of questioning their strength here. That 3-minute inversion was never tested, so we could see a pushback up to test that. No sweeps here on the hourly, the 5-minute, 4-hour. Let's see ES here just to double check here. So ES did not take its previous. Okay, took its that. Yep. Those lows are intact there. Because remember, guys, I'm not bearish, right? I am bullish. I'm looking for prices to go higher. But I am looking to see if there's an opportunity to get into a short, taking it to an area that I want to be long in, right? So I'm just watching this to make sure this is not just a pullback and then a continuation to take out, because there is a lot of liquidity here, right? I would be a lot more content with this trade and leaving it on if we had taken all of this. If we had taken all this up here, right, then I would totally think that this is going to reject. But this 5-minute gap is inside of discount, and they held exactly where they needed to. Don't know if I love this anymore. Let's see. There's the 1 minute. So that's the 1 minute inversion. Oh, not inversion, but 1 minute bearish gap here. 15-minute did take the low. Got bought up. Look at that wick there. New 15-minute candle just opened here at 2:45 p.m. Right, we don't want to take anything that's not A+, right? That's the entire idea. That 5-minute, the initial 5-minute inversion is up here. So a retest of this inversion is where you want to go short if you're looking for that continuation downside. But again, I don't like this closure here on this 5-minute candle. That's a pretty bullish closure there. Yeah, I'm torn, guys. Usually I'm seeing this pretty clearly, but I'm a little torn, right? We have a 5-minute CISD here, essentially, right? I'm gonna take this off. 5-minute CISD here. We have a 5-minute gap inside of discount. We came down into that discount area. Buyers showed up, right? Which is cool. I don't mind if they're showing up. I'm bullish, right? But I just don't want this to rip to take out these highs here, right? If these highs were not here, if we had already taken this and this retest was happening here, I'm super down to hold this thing and take this trade. It's got really good risk to reward. Problem is that we left all that liquidity here. So I could totally see us come up, pop above these two 15-minute highs, take that liquidity, and then head lower. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's a little bit trickier than I would like, right? The trade I took earlier was just so clean, so easy to like see, and it all unfold right in front of you. Yeah. We'll find out here shortly if I made the right move, right? Taking it off or holding. I think I did the right thing there, just reading the markets as it's happening. Yeah, that was my idea, right? LJ, the 5-minute retest. That was honestly my idea. But kind of seeing where it's delivering from and seeing ES, that's why I have ES on the screen there. Seeing how ES is still pretty bullish on the time frame here. I had to take it off there because as much as I want to be a buyer way lower in the market doesn't have to take us there, right? And I've already taken one paper cut trying to get price to get down there. So it's not really worth trying to take, or not really worth taking another one essentially. So that's what I'm looking at. That's pretty much what I'm looking at and why I took it off here. And I think I made the right choice. We'll see, because this is sand in the line. Like we have to reject up here at 811. The good thing is if this thing closes right back below, that's pretty much confirmation that my analysis on us wanting those lower liquidity, and we can then look to get in with a pretty good confirmation. Right now it's kind of iffy. There's not liquidity. There's a ton of liquidity up here that has not been taken. Sellers pulled price down into 50% of that leg. Buyers stepped in at 50%. There was a 5-minute gap there. So yeah, it's a battle right now, right? They're trying to figure it out. So I'm gonna let the markets tell me what it wants, and I'm not gonna make any decisions based on anything unless I'm told by them, right? So ES is looking pretty bullish, to be honest, and it makes sense. ES is the one that made the SMT. ES is the asset where it looked like buyers really stepped in. And ES and NQ just created an SMT here at these highs. So we just took these highs here on ES on the 5-minute. That could be the confirmation, right? So if we get back below that 5-minute, this 5-minute inversion, we leave that SMT there. Right up here, that SMT there. This looks a lot better. What's up, Snag? How you doing, brother? Look at how they did this, guys. That 5-minute closure, still inside the gap, not below. It would have been really nice if we could have got a nice closure below all this crap here. I kind of want to get in, dude. Kind of want to get in. I'm going to try this, guys. I'm going to try this. Oh, it's starting to move. Good risk to reward here. There was a 15-minute SMT here. The ES took 50-minute highs. NQ has not taken its 50-minute highs. And like I said, I am bullish overall, but I would like to see a move lower. And maybe this is the move that I'm going to get. Like maybe they leave this liquidity here for us, right? Maybe they leave this liquidity here, send us lower, get more liquidity for from buyers, and then closes back in the middle of the range, right? There's no news today. There's no news tomorrow, and there's news Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, you know, most likely it's going to be more of a chop around session. Like, I don't know if we're gonna really see the buyers. We need to take this thing all the way back up. So yeah, that's kind of the idea, right? Again, it's not A plus because there's no liquidity taken, and I don't like to short or buy unless liquidity is taken. But with SMT here at the 15-minute highs here, with the 5-minute inversion and us retesting, it's not a terrible trade. The risk reward's not that crazy. I mean, it's good risk reward. It's not a lot of risk here. I'm already up on the day. It doesn't hurt to try this trade. I think if I wasn't up on the day, probably would just wait for price to come into this area for me to get involved. But hey, we now have SMT at the highs and the lows here. So we also have that hourly fair value gap, right? Let's go ahead and mark this out as an SMT here. And really good risk. 5 cons, 5 micros is nothing. That is like half size what I usually take. So we'll see if we can deliver price lower. Right now we're just kind of sitting here. Like I said, this is like a decision area. I don't mind getting in to try out to see if this thing does want to continue. My only fear is one more pop higher to take all that liquidity and then we start to move lower, right? That's my only fear on this trade. But got to take the SMT that it gave us and have to trade off of that. So LJ says he's in as well. Nice, nice. See if this thing can work in our favor here. What size are you in with, LJ? What size? Snagga, you like the stream, Snagga? You like the updated stream? We really got to break through this 5-minute here. If we can get below this 5-minute here, then we're not playing ping pong anymore, right? Right now we're playing ping pong. 5-minute, 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 5-minute. So a push down below this would be really nice. Would be great. So this low here, if this low, one thing I'm watching for, right, is if we do take this low here and then close back above this gap here, I probably just go break even and let it take me out if it wants to, only because this scenario we're shorting is kind of a bullish scenario, right? Price made an SMT at the lows, price came all the way back up, hasn't taken that liquidity, pulled back, right? So like, is this the pullback for the continuation? You know, with that SMT above, you know, we're hoping that that it's not, and we can see some a move lower. That 5-minute inversion told us the story. The hourly FVG above, bearish FVG, told us the story, right? Pushed all the way up to 50% of that last 4-hour candle, which is at 825. We made it all the way to 819. So a lot of confluences that say this can continue lower here. But I think if we take this low, right, and then we come back in above this this 5-minute, I'll probably go BE here, to be honest. Not that it's how I would, not that it's, so it's not something that I would say this is how I would trade and I would do this. But for this exact scenario, I think that my trading is a little more dynamic, right? It's a little more open to the scenario that we're in, right? Normally, I would not go break even unless we take this low here or some sort of 15-minute low, right? But this 15-minute low here kind of makes sense. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a, this is kind of like a decision-making area, right? Like we're kind of accumulating here. We're creating a lot of liquidity above. So again, That's the fear. Does it pop one more time to take that liquidity and then continue to where I would love to be a buyer? I mean, I would love to buy this price, right? Like as soon as we get into this area, guys, I'm going to flip into a buy with a stop here at the 698s, right? This is definitely that kind of trade though, where I'm like, damn, I wish I would have had double the risk on, because at that point I can, I could have been up like $100 or so, you know, and taken half off or something if I'm not feeling too good about it. But all right, let's go ahead and update the Tradecopia here. I think knowing that it's 30% is amazing. We want to go ahead and update that. So we're going to do that right now. Got it. This is the slowest trade ever, huh? All right, it's been updated, guys. Seems a little big. It is. Okay. So guys, the best thing is, what can we control in a trade like this? We can control risk to reward in a trade like this, right? That's all we can really control. We can't control the outcome of the trade. You can have an analysis and you can trade that analysis, but you know, really the risk reward is what we control, because risk reward is ultimately how you're going to be profitable, right? So great risk reward in this. If we can get that move to where I want to see it. All right, so we're going to download this bad boy here. Okay. It is definitely a bit nothing burger, that is for sure, LJ. But that's been kind of, I mean, no news Mondays, man. That's what you're going to see, right? You're going to see a lot of nothing. So, a lot of nada, dude. I would really love to see this thing move. It's 3 o'clock. We're going to have another hourly candle here. So this hourly candle is either going to push lower quickly, taking that hourly low, or we're going to see a nice push to the upside against our trade, which is not what I want to see, right? But usually if I'm not in a really good area of a trade and a new hourly candle or 4-hour candle opens, I usually just close the trade, because you really don't know what's going to happen at that time. So 3 p.m. we have, there's a new candle here. Let's hope that it is in our favor to the downside here. I think it should be. That hourly closed pretty bearish on for New York. I mean, not for New York, for NQ. And the hourly on ES is, I mean, it's not really bearish or bullish. It's kind of just there. So we'll see. This low, though, as soon as this low gets taken, we can make a decision here, right? What we're going to do with the trade. It'll be a 10-point move here in one lot. You're up $200 on this trade. Okay, that low just got taken. So now becomes... do we buy some of these I'm going to take 3 off here, guys. So I took 3 off, secure $100 basically there. And these 2 will be my runners. And I'm going to let these run down to my target, right? The other thing is just going break even because we did take 15-minute lows. We took 15-minute lows here. And usually I want to get in short on a 15-minute wick. It's just price isn't moving a lot. So we are short in the previous 15-minute wick here, but now this is countering us, right? Because if we're taking that 15-minute wick short and a new 15-minute candle takes previous 15-minute lows and then starts to push higher on you, that's kind of countering your trend, countering your trade. But that's fine. I'm looking for a move way lower here, and if this takes me out now, I've already covered the position enough that I won't even really feel this. So I'm pretty much in this for free. Let's see if we updated the stream here. Can we get an update here on this stream? Let's see. Oh yeah, I got it. All right, guys, we're gonna update this here. Boom. Tradecopia, 30% off using our code TMADE. That's beautiful. That makes me happy to see. So another SMT here with ES, right? We've taken the low. ES has not taken the low. So just something to watch out here is we have another SMT here at the low. So NQ did take this low, and ES has not taken this low here, guys. So something to watch out here. So it's kind of funny, right? We have a 15-minute SMT at the high and a 15-minute SMT at the lows. So we've got SMT on both ends. Do we just continue to chop around here and accumulate and do nothing all the way up until the 350 last 10 minutes of the session? Or are we going to see some sort of movement here? I don't know. That is a good question. Don't know what price is really doing. It's not doing much, that's for sure. LJ, you still in the trade, or you took some profits, or you're break even? What's going on? So we now have SMT here, which, you know, I'm not looking at SMT like, oh my God, there's SMT there, SMT here. Obviously liquidity has to be taken for me to really care about SMT. I'm not going to say 50-minute liquidity is that important. I would love to see us take the hourly lows. That would make this a bit more, if we had an SMT at the hourlies, I'd be a little more like, okay, we have SMT against us. But yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to hold this thing. There's really no reason for me to take this off now. I'm pretty much secure here. I would love to see this thing run, though, because that would secure me $320 profit. Well, this is not what I want to see. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those trades I don't really love, right? I mean SMT here at the low, so most likely this is that pullback, and we would have seen this, right? But instead, we didn't see that. We saw the pullback that failed. So, you know, it kind of makes sense that we do see a continuation here. But I don't know. You know, earlier I took a really nice trade. I took a three, actually I have a screenshot here. I could just post it here for you guys to look at it. Let me find it real quick, guys, and I'll post a screenshot of the trade. Snag, if you're still in here, I just read your message. I appreciate it, brother. He says price is super slow. Yeah, dude, it's extremely slow, which is why I took some risk off the table pretty quickly, because who knows what's going to happen here. It's not doing much. There's no momentum happening. So here's the trade. I'm going to... Let me see if I think I could put this here on the screen. Let's see. Command B. Could not paste image. Why? Why? Why can't I paste the image, huh? Why can't I paste this image? Let's see if we can do this. Very weird, guys. Oh, image is being pasted is way too large. Okay. I'll take a screenshot and then we'll paste it. How about that? How about that, guys? We'll do that. Okay, so this is the trade, guys. I'm going to be able to paste it now. So we're going to make this pretty big here. This was the trade I took earlier. It happened right before stream. And I'm going to cover what I have here so you guys can just see what was happening here. So basically, I got short at this 15-minute. We had a 15-minute inversion, right? This is the inversion that sent price higher. And what I saw was we were basically rejecting the midpoint here. So I got in short with a stop pretty much right above. It was like a, 14, 15 point stop on this trade, but I was targeting 40 points basically. So the risk reward is like 3 or 4 R. And this thing hit. I made 2K on this trade here. So why did I have my take profit at 794? Well, it's easy. That's an hourly bullish fair value gap, and it's the midpoint. So that's exactly where I figured buyers would probably step in, and I didn't want to see price retrace on me, right? So yeah, this is the same concept as this trade that I'm taking now. It's just targeting that next hourly here, right? This was the hourly right here. This is the hourly that I originally took a short into, okay? And this is the next hourly on my list here. So again, do we get down here? I don't know. We do have that SMT here between ES and NQ, which usually I would not be looking for shorts when that occurs, but with a no news Monday, I don't know if I see this thing just ripping higher or if we just probably chill here. I mean, at the end of the day, the last 1242 to 30, so the last what is that? Freaking 3 hours we've just been in this kind of area here. So not much happening, that's for sure. Snag says here in the evening shift. What do you mean evening shift? I know it's late for you, but evening, why? By the way, Snagga, what's up? You like my lighting, Snagga? You like the professional studio setup we have going on here today? We've upgraded the studio. And guys, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff here on YouTube. We're going to be doing giveaways. We have a ton of partnerships. We're going to be doing a ton of giveaways. What's better than free shit, right? I love free stuff. So we're going to be doing a lot of that as we start to try to grow this channel and grow the amount of streams that we do on YouTube. Again, if you're new here, if you're just tuning in, you can also check out our Discord. We do have a free section, which is a lot of free stuff in the Discord, actually. In the Discord as well, if you are a free member, you can also win evaluation accounts. We do give those away to people in the Discord. So if anybody wants to join the Discord, it's in the, I believe it's in the captions below. It is, yeah. Join the TraderMade community, discord.gg/tmade. So, so yeah. You guys can easily go join that. LJ says, thanks for the stream. I'll see you on the next one. LJ, I appreciate you, bro. I hope that you held this trade and you were up a decent amount here. Looks like we are going for those lows. Finally starting to get some movement. Here's the move. We're getting a little more movement here, which is nice to see finally. If anyone's tuning in now, I'm only in 2 micros because I've already taken off more than 50% of my position once we took that low there. And price was not doing anything for the last few hours. So decided to just take some risk off here. So we've got 2 runners, 2 little micro runners still doing their thing. LJ says, I will keep the eye on the trade still going strong. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Love to hear it, man. Dude, I love the border, dude. The border looks sick. Oh, man, I forgot to update all of the Tradecopia things. Oh, man, I'm an idiot, guys. So that low just got taken. We just took an hourly low and a 4-hour low. Yep. Nope, haven't taken the 4-hour low yet. The 4-hour low is coming, though, right now at 762s. Here it comes. Let's see what happens here, guys. If that 4-hour low holds below, we can start to see a push down into all of these 4-hour lows here, which would be nice, right? That would be great. So now that we took basically this low, I'm going to go break even here. On this trade here at the 800s. We're up about 30-something points here. Just exactly what I wanted to see, so I'm happy that it's happening. I'm not happy about the size that I'm in currently, but hey, we're doing it here live on YouTube. I think some of the viewers took this trade. That's really all that matters for me, guys. Wish I would have been live streaming when I took the big, massive trade earlier. It was just so A+, so clean, so beautiful. Risk reward was just incredible. 4-hour trade, 3 to 4-hour trade. So I had to take that, right? It just sucks when it happens before you go live, right? Because part of that ego is like, I want to get a good trade in during the stream. But we're not here to gamble here, guys. We're not here to hop into trades just because we are streaming. We're here to look for the best possible trades we can find, the best risk reward we can find. If anybody has any questions on this exact trade, why we took it, why we got in, why anything, please go ahead and ask, and I'm happy to answer those questions here. That 4-hour low get taken yet? Not yet. Not yet. It's looking good, guys. Come on. Come down to those 730s. I know you want to. I know you want to. So you guys, today is a no news Monday. So if you're trading today and you did take losses, don't feel bad about it. It was not a setup for us to really be trading much. You know, I didn't even take the morning. I didn't even stream the New York AM session. I do stream New York AM every morning in the Discord, and I actually sat that out today because number one, I wanted to see on a Monday, no news Monday, what the market was going to do. You know, I had a bullish bias, and that kind of played out, but it's always better to wait and have the market tell you what it wants to do, especially on a on a day where there's no news, right? We could just chop around. We could do pretty much anything. So yeah, did not take that trade. And that's why we're here live on YouTube this afternoon, which is, you know, in my opinion, something really cool. We're going to be doing this a lot more. So guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel here. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up if you can. I would appreciate that, because being new to YouTube, I heard that is how people find you, is those thumbs up. And yeah, if you guys subscribe or give a thumbs up and keep the channel in mind, make sure you're checking us out, because we will be giving a ton of giveaways. So you get to hang out, watch the stream, and get a bunch of free cool stuff. So yeah, guys, up $123 here. I mean, not a lot. I mean, I'm up probably close to 200 on this trade, just because I closed out more than 50%. I closed out 60% of the trade at that other low there. So probably close to around $200 in profit on this trade, which is nice. I'm very happy about that. But we'll see. Are they going to leave that 4-hour low there? I guess the question is, did ES take the 4-hour low, right? Because if ES took the 4-hour low, then we may not need to take, nope, it did not take the 4-hour low, and it made equal hourly lows. So we have an SMT at the on the hourly with ES, which I don't love to see that for my position. We also have a 15-minute SMT as well on ES. Jesus, ES, why are you so out of whack and out of balance today with us? Don't love to see that, guys. I don't love to see that. So we have this new 15-minute candle open, taking previous 15-minute low, while ES's 15-minute candle opened and did not take the previous 15-minute low. It is now trading back up into the range here. But again, guys, we are break even now, and we are just going to hold to see if we can get a push down into those 720s here. That would be lovely to see, and would make me very happy. I see more people coming into the stream, so welcome. I appreciate you guys all hanging out. If you have any questions about anything, please shoot the questions off. I'm happy to answer anything about trading, about anything, right? Even life questions, guys. Life questions, I'll answer some life questions. I do need to fix, I do need to fix this though, so let's see if I can do that real quick. Damn, we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to figure this out, because I want to update the banner, but I just can't right now. It's not letting me, so kind of annoying. All right, we got that one. Oh my God, guys, this actually just went in the right place. That's amazing. Please be in the right place. Yes, it's in the right place. That's amazing. Okay, this is awesome. All right, we'll be able to update this here in a second, which is awesome. So much happier that I was able to do this pretty easily because I was a little afraid that it wasn't going to let me. Also, the trade that we're in is very slow, guys. All right, this is great. I just saw that there are reports that TopStep X is down or having issues, guys. Why is TopStep X always having issues? It's kind of annoying, huh? It's definitely frustrating that they're always having issues. I mean, TopStep, get your shit together. I love TopStep. I'm a fan of TopStep, but can't have those kind of problems. We still haven't taken that hourly low, huh? Or that 4-hour low has not been taken. I'm just hanging out. Okay, that was freaking stupid. How do I do this, guys? Oh, okay. Figured it out. We're good. We're good. We're good. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just dealing with, I'm doing something else. But I fixed it. We're good to go here. We can download this now. And put it on the stream. So I'm reading the Discord comments here, and Snagga, who was just in, I think he's still in the YouTube actually, says, that was a great trade, Alex. Took a lot of patience in the beginning. He's actually completely right. That was a very patient, a lot of patience in that trade for sure. 4-hour low still not taken here. I really want to see this 4-hour get taken. Can we see a move lower? Oh wait, ES already, NQ did take that out, that 4-hour low. Beautiful. Okay, so we do have the low taken here, guys, on NQ. If you're in this trade here, you can either go break even. If you're not break even, you can actually take profits right now if you want to, because target essentially has been hit. That low was the target. That is your 4-hour low. And ES has not taken it, so we do have an S&T there. Buyers are potentially need to be stepping in right here. And if they're not going to do that, we're going to see prices continue lower, right? I'm going to hold this because it's very small size, and I want to see a move down into this area here. I could be biting my tongue. This thing could get bought up and right back into the range, but we'll see. We'll see kind of what happens here. But we do need to note that that 4-hour low was taken here on NQ and not on ES, right? So either NQ has what it takes to continue pushing this lower and ES follows behind, or this is that area where price decides to go against us. We'll have to wait and see here. But like I said, guys, if you're in this trade, anyone who's in this trade, I know LJ was in this trade, took it with me at those 800s. If you're in this trade, that low there was 40 points. That's a 40-point trade. We had our original risk was 819. I mean, I wasn't going to do 819, but that is your actual, that should, I mean, actually, never mind. Sorry. The original risk was 811, right? Which are these highs, this protected high with the SMT. So it was 811. That was a 4-hour trade essentially, right? Or a 3.5-hour trade or something like that. So, this is where you guys take profits here at the low, or take part of your position off and have some runners running. I'm going to continue to hold this thing, see if we can get pushed down into what I want to see, right? But the question is, do buyers want to buy price at midnight open, which is a very good area to be long. So we're going to mark that out on the charts there so you guys can see where that's sitting at. That is sitting at 753, and it looks like once we took that 4-hour low, buyers are kind of stepping in here. So we'll have to see if they have what it takes to actually bring us back into the range and hold, or if those sellers will continue to push us lower, right? I'm a big fan of lower right now. I'm not bearish, right, guys? I am in a short. People would say you're bearish, you're in a short. I am not bearish. I am bullish. But I also understand that price needs to rebalance after a move. And for me, that rebalancing period becomes 736, which is your 50%. How did I get that? Well, that's 50% from this low right here to this high, right? And some people are going to say, well, why this low and not this low? Well, the reason for that is because from here to this high, price rebalance it to 50%. But from here to 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 here, and you guys get the point, price never rebalanced to 50%, right? So that's why my 50% target is going to be 735. We'll wait and see if we can get a push down there. Looks like buyers are starting to try to push this thing back up. ES does have a 4-hour here, okay? It does have a 4-hour inversion fair value gap, which is where price should be getting bought at. So what I would want to see is not ES selling below this, right? And I don't think we see that today, that's for sure. But I'd love to see ES rebalance into it a bit more and mitigate at least 50% of this thing down into those 480s, 45s, and NQ at least down into 730s, which is below 50%, also tagging us into London low. That would be nice. So those are the things I'm watching here as I'm in this short trade. But let's go to the lower time frame here. Do we have a 30-second inversion? No, we do not. I mean, yeah, we do right here a little bit. We have a 1-minute inversion. So this is going to be a telltale sign right here. If we can get a closure above this, most likely don't want to be in this trade anymore, as this is pretty bullish. It looks like we're going to close there in 21 seconds. What I would like to see is price taking this high here, right there, and continuing back down, right? That would be what you'd want to see. You don't really want to see a closure here on the hourly, because that would be an inversion fair value gap on the hourly after the hourly, on the 1 minute after the hourlies were both taken and created an SMT with ES, right? So this would be a good area to cut the trade if you're in it still. And so we're going to do that here live. We're going to be out of this trade here. So that secured us, let's see, $3 away here from that $3,000 mark on the funded account. So I'll move this up here so you guys can see it. Basically, we're at $52,997 here on this funded account. This is the funded next funded account. I'm very transparent, guys. I like to show things. I don't like to, be trading and someone thinking I'm in a paper trade or something, because that's never going to be the case. I'm very transparent. We are on a funded account here. And yeah, we are shy $3 from that $53,000 mark. Or sorry, that yeah, 53,000, but really just 3,000 in profits, right? Because the account starts at 50. So yeah, this is looking pretty good for the upside here. I definitely don't want to be in a short anymore after what I just saw there, right? That hourly sweep and the SMT at the hourly plus the 4 hour, sorry, the 4 hour sweep, the hourly sweeps, which is a ton of liquidity, and the 1 hour, the 1 minute inversion that just occurred. So yes, as a seller, you don't want to be in this anymore. And as you can see, the price is pushing pretty aggressively. I mean, this is some of the most aggressive price action I've seen in a minute, in many minutes, right? This has really done much of nothing. So buyers are trying their hardest. I still don't want to be a buyer here. I want to be a buyer if price can push down into this area. So unless that happens, probably not going to do it. Just got a text. Just checking my text real quick, guys. Yo, Shakib, how are you, brother? Are you live on PM session in Discord on Tuesday or Thursday? I will not be live on in Discord, but I will be live on YouTube. I will be doing more PM sessions on YouTube. I'll be doing more Asia sessions also, trading mostly gold, most likely. I mean, I will be looking at NQ, but those Asia sessions will probably just be more of a gold session for me. I'm having a lot of success with that lately, so I want to bring that onto YouTube. But yeah, I don't know about both days. I don't know about Tuesday and Thursday, to be fully honest with you, but you can definitely catch me. You can definitely look in the Discord. There isn't a schedule set up there right now. Let me go look at it real quick. I'll share it here, guys. Let me look at the announcements. So, oh, actually, sorry, schedule. Let's go ahead and share this here. Let's go ahead and get rid of ES. Okay. So yeah, a retest here of that that initial breakout gap essentially has it's showing a lot of bears stepping in. I mean, price is back in the range here, right? I mean, if you see that, if you don't understand that we're in a range, guys, this is really the range here. It's kind of what we've been doing, right? So price dipped out of the range here, taking this low, and is back in the range. So we'll see what happens. But not the best conditions currently to be in a trade, in my opinion, right? I mean, maybe the long plays out here because you did get that sweep, but kind of an ugly accumulation phase here. But the risk reward was good, right? If you did get long here, you're long at 769 maybe, you're short 759, 758. Looking at a 10-point risk for a nice potential push back up. We do have a ton of liquidity here, so it makes sense in my eyes. But yeah, I don't really want to be a buyer unless we're down in this range, guys. So whether it happens during this stream or it happens during Asia, Globex, whatever, I will be looking for longs in those low 700s here. And to answer your question, brother, here is the screenshot. We're going to go ahead and paste that. Actually, that was not a paste. This is a paste. So this is the schedule for this week. So today's YouTube session is 1 to 3 p.m., but obviously we are past that 3 p.m. mark. And then Friday, planning to do the morning session on YouTube. So that would be pretty cool. Again, we have Wednesday, we have McLaren Abe, who's a community member, a great trader, gets tons of payouts, and he's a guest. It's going to be on the streams. I might make that a YouTube stream. We'll see. We'll see. It's yet to be determined. But the idea, honestly, for me right now is to try to get as many YouTube streams going because we're trying to grow the YouTube channel. We've got over 500 subscribers now, which is amazing. But that's not enough, guys. We're trying to grow, and we want to give back, right? So tons of giveaways coming, tons of really great, cool stuff coming. So make sure you're subscribing. Make sure that you're giving us a thumbs up, and make sure you're tuning in. I would appreciate it. I'm sure everybody else part of the TraderMade and TMade community would appreciate it as well. But yeah, I'm going to get a schedule going specifically for YouTube. Also, guys, I do have an X where I do post when I go live as well there, and I post throughout the day there. Not as much as I probably should or want to be honest. I probably need to be posting more. But yeah, if you guys, anyone wants to follow me there, it's just TMade Alex. You can check me out there. Shakib, what's your Discord name? If you're in the Discord, what's your name there? By the way, guys, I have these new lights, right? And they have they have a disco mode. Should we check it out? They've got a party mode, dude. So I'm thinking when we take winners on stream, we got to throw it into party mode and get all the lights to sync in party mode, right? Let's see what happens when we go into party mode here. There we go. This is what's gonna happen every time we take a banger trade on stream. Just this, right? I need a money gun. I think the backlight too. We can probably get the backlight to do this as well. Let's see if we can. There we go, baby. This is what we got to be. This is what we're going to be doing when we take banger trades. That's for sure. I got to turn this off though before I throw up here. No way, dude. How do we get out of this mode, guys? I think we're stuck here. Uh-oh. We're stuck. All right, I think we're back. All right, cool. We're back. But that was kind of wild, huh? Shakib says his name is Shakib. Shakib, let me check. Are you in here as Shakib, though? I feel like I haven't seen you before. Are you new to the Discord? Oh, no, I see you, brother. I see you. Never mind. I see you. I don't think you talk much in the Discord, though. Voice and video. I might be wrong though, right? I might be wrong. But damn, this thing is looking pretty bullish here. Pretty happy I got out of that short trade, huh, guys? Great call on my end here. I really hope LJ, I know he had to step away from the stream. I really hope he took the trade off at that 4-hour low there. Because that's right where price turned around and continued that move. And I'm pretty sure this is going to rip and take the upside of this actually, because this right here was a really nice push back down. That pulled out a lot. That scared out a lot of buyers that chased this, right? So imagine that you're watching this low get taken. You see that the ES low doesn't get taken, right? You see SMT, but it still chops around. You're not seeing anything really happening, okay? And then a lot of people just chase this. They chase it, and once they're in drawdown, they get scared and they close their trade out. That is the worst thing to do, guys. That is the worst thing to do. Number one, you don't want to be chasing any trades, okay? You want to have a set risk to reward, and you want to have Obviously, that risk reward is dynamic. It changes throughout every trade, but you want to have a good risk reward, and you don't want to chase, right? So in this case here, if you're trading the 1 minute inversion, right? I don't know if you guys are trading inversions or not, but I'm just going to show you what I'm seeing here. If you are trading a 1 minute inversion, it's pretty simple, guys. You're going to have an entry at that 77 level, and you're going to have a stop at that 758 level. So you're looking at an 18 points of risk, right? Now, if you trade one mini, that's going to be like almost a $400 loss, right? And I don't know if you guys can take a $400 loss, but what I would recommend is if you're getting into a situation where your stop is a 20-point stop or so, drop into micros and instead of taking 10 micros, take 6 or 7, right? That's going to give you a $300 risk to reward there, right? And as you guys can see here, that would have played out pretty nicely. The reason why I wasn't looking for longs here is because number one, I took the short from up here. As you can see, I took a short here, took some off here, and took the rest here, right? So that was the full move here. But yeah, basically I was already in a trade, so I can't get into another trade if I'm already short. But this was the confirmation to cut it, which I'm glad I did. As you can see, that thing is running right back up to my entry area. But also, I talked about this on stream. If you missed this part, I talked about it a little bit earlier. I said I'm really more of a buyer down in this area here. That's where I want to be a buyer. And it may not happen today on stream. It may not happen before the close, but it may happen in Globex or Asia, right? So I'm going to keep an eye on this, guys. The idea for this trade would be a long at 714 with a stop at 696. So that's a 20 point or 18 points of risk here. So I'll probably take this on 6 or 7 micros, right? Because if I'm trading one mini, I don't really want to risk more than $250 to $300 max, right? So I just got to make that risk be the same. So if I want to get into a trade around this area, then I need to be willing to risk the same, which would be 300 or 250 to 300 or 200 to 300 basically. And so I would just use the micros to figure out how to get to that $250 to $300 loss, right? I don't really want to risk more than a certain percentage of the account. So that's kind of how I'm looking to take that trade there. Maybe I'll jump back onto YouTube tonight and do an Asia stream, and we might get lucky and get a nice buy in this area. So we'll keep everybody posted there. Again, if you're hanging out and you're watching, please thumbs up on the video, guys, or on this live. Thumbs up. That's how, I'm new to YouTube here. We're new to YouTube. Me and the TraderMade community are new on YouTube, and this is what I've been told, what works to get the community on YouTube growing. So we're at 10 right now, and I really appreciate that. We are at 10, and I really do appreciate it. But if we can get a couple more, that'd be amazing. She keeps says, I'm doing good in New York AM hours. I do good with you either in Asia or New York PM. So I was thinking of joining the Discord paid subscription, though it seems you are not live on New York PM on Discord paid sub. Right now I'm doing mostly the YouTube. You don't have to pay, man. You can just watch us here for free, watch me for free. The paid subscription, guys, anyone that wants to become a member for the TraderMade Discord, I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of why to be paid, right? Number one, our paid subscription is $38, guys. It is probably the cheapest in the industry, right? Most people are charging $100, and some of those people deserve that. Some of those people do deserve the $100. It's probably not a lot of money for depending on who your mentor is or who you're watching or learning from. But here at TraderMade, we decided to go $38. That we're going to keep it at that. That's going to be what it is. Super cheap, super affordable. It's actually as cheap as the cheapest 50K evaluation account in the industry, right? So if you can afford a prop firm account, which is what I recommend everybody trade on, unless they have a cushion of capital, you can definitely afford the membership. Number one, the membership is $38. Number two, the reason to join is the weekly focus group, which is not a one-on-one, but it's paid members and myself and other analysts getting together and talking about certain trades, why certain things happen, where we think the market's going, those kind of things, right? So you get a very deeper connection with us. Also, you can ask questions. We answer them live in real time. So you can't get that, right? Unless you're paying for a one-on-one essentially. But you know, with other people. So that's one of the reasons, right? Once a week we do that. And then the other reason is the back testing sessions. So we're going to be doing back testing sessions once a week. That is where you're going to grow. I don't care what anybody says. Back testing is such a big part of getting that confidence to be a good trader. The more you back test, the more you see someone back testing, you see them taking entries and continuing to do those entries on a regular basis and seeing them work out. That is what you want. Currently, I started a new backtesting session. We're about 80% win rate on that backtesting session. It's been about 7 days of trading. So I know it's not a lot of data, but we're going to continue that backtesting session this week in the Discord. So if you guys want to join, that is one of the reasons to join. If you just want to be part of the live streams, guys, you can join for free and you can watch the live streams in the Discord. You can also watch me on YouTube for free, right? So, yeah. But again, Shakim, I do appreciate you hanging out here in the YouTube, man. I really appreciate you coming by. Let's go ahead and update the banner here. We're going to update this banner. The overlay banner. Nice little update here. And now it should all be fixed. Right now we have TradeCopia at 30% off and it keeps changing to 15% and all sorts of weird stuff. But we just got notified this morning with our new partnership with TradeCopia that our code gets you a whopping 30% off, which is amazing. Yeah, I got you, brother. So it's going to be, the code is September 60. September 60. $38 with September 60. We're running that promo code right now for September, but we are going to go fully at 38, guys. 38 is going to be the amount. It was 95. We had a bunch of members at 95, and we've also allowed all of the members who are currently at 95 to switch over to 38, guys. Like, who else is doing that, you know? But that's just, I'm a good person. I want people to spend less. I don't want people to spend a bunch of money going into a Discord and watching live streams and all that kind of stuff. I really want to promote that you can learn for free or for very cheap. And I think 38 doesn't get better than that. So yeah. So it looks like honestly, guys, I'm not a VWAP trader. I've never been a VWAP trader, but I just started kind of putting VWAP on the charts because I know retail traders use VWAP. And it's kind of funny, man. But like, if you look at today's session, right? And hold on a second. I want to add, let me see this. I forgot to add the tools. Let's see. I can't remember if it's over here. Where is this? Yeah, I can't remember how to do this, but I have my tools here. I can't remember how to open the tools again. If we can open these tools, that'd be great, because I can then grab my freaking marker tool. But I forgot how to do it, and I had taken it off the other day, and I just can't. I have like a brain fart. I just can't figure out what the hell I did, and how to get it back on. So if anyone here in the chat knows, let your boy know, because I'm struggling over here trying to figure it out. Oh, indicator. No, that's not it. Not events, alerts, no. Trading, maybe. It might not even be in this area, to be honest. Completely forgot. How many of you guys have that happen? Like, you do something and you're like, oh, this is cool. I don't want to see all this crap on my chart. And then all of a sudden you forget how the hell you did it. And then you can't even fix it, right? It's the worst. Grid lines, background, crosshair, watermark, text, lines, navigation pane. I mean, what is all this stuff that is not giving me what I need? Scales and lines here. I think I was just in here. Didn't see anything I needed. Inputs, value. I mean, dude, I don't know. I completely don't know. All right. I mean, I'm going to just, like, am I going to give up here? Because I have no idea where it is. I guess we're going to have to ask our Google friend here how to bring the tools bar into TradingView. TraderMade drawing tools bar on the left of your TradingView chart. Ensure it is not hidden by clicking the profile icon in the top left corner and toggling the drawing panel. Wow. Is that really what? Oh my God. It was so easy, guys. Thank God for YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Google. Thank you for helping me figure this out. I would have been here for freaking ages. That's hilarious, actually, guys. That is freaking hilarious. So what I would be looking for, or well, not what I'm looking for, but what I want to do is I want to add the this guy. Where the hell's my marker, dude? Okay, here we go. We're gonna add the brush to our thing there, and now we can get out of this because we don't need this. Or actually, we should probably add this. Actually, no, we're going to leave that. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. So what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by not understanding how to do something was, look at this. This is your VWAP, and look at how it has held price every time below it. I mean, I'm not a VWAP trader, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching me probably are ICT traders, or, you know, maybe you're order flow traders or whatever kind of trader you are. And I don't think you're using VWAP, but if you are, today was your day. Today was the day for the VWAP traders. Today, VWAP traders came, they saw, they conquered. They took shorts multiple times and never really saw any kind of drawdown. So you know what, guys? Hats off to our VWAP traders today, because they crushed it. They really honestly crushed it. I mean, you know, you could either say, I mean, not even, I was going to say, you could say Tory trades trend line, but I mean, is this even really a trend line? Let's see. I mean, yeah, I guess it is, right? All right, I take it back, guys. Not just VWAP traders, but VWAP and trend line traders crushed it today. You can't make this up. I mean, this is just short the trend line. That's the kind of day we've had, right? So pretty crazy, honestly. Pretty crazy. But hey, it was working today. It was definitely working today. Now, the kind of trader that I am is the ICT trader. And this is what I shorted. Basically a 1 hour inversion, right? So we had an hourly inversion here. That's your hourly inversion. We tapped into it. I didn't just take a short right here, right? I waited to see if we can get a 5-minute IFVG, which is an inversion for value gap. If you guys don't know what that is, let me know in the chat. Happy to answer and talk about those kind of things. That's what we're here for. But basically, yeah, waited for that 5-minute, because why? The hourly and the 5-minute coincide together. They work together. They are a team, guys. So 5-minute and 1 hour together. So if you're looking at a 1 hour area of resistance or support, you kind of want to find a 5-minute gap, right? And then you can also drop down to 30 seconds or 1 minute inside that 5-minute gap to look for an entry if you want to get super precise. Now, you're not always going to find a precise entry within that 5-minute, because 5-minute is a pretty low time frame already. But yeah, that's just something to note how we got into the short. So we'll go to the 5-minute here, and I'll show you guys exactly what I was looking at. And you can see that once price went into this area, okay, that's not the 5-minute anymore. Thank you very much. Okay, we need, I just realized that, I need my drawing panel, guys. Okay, so it doesn't look as pretty on my screen, I don't think. I liked it when it just went across with. But yeah, so basically, this is that 5 minute here, and I liked it because it's at the top of the range, right? So once we closed below, we waited for a retest of that 5 minute, which was that 806. I think I got in at 800 actually at the 80. I got in at like 802, 801, something like that. And we took that short all the way down for 40 something points right into this 4 hour low, right? So that is how we took the trade here. And if you're looking at that 5 minute inversion, you can drop down to a 1 minute, okay? And what do you see inside of this, inside of that 5 minute inversion right here? Okay, when price revisits, right, we have a change in state here, okay, and a retest of that 5 minute on the 1 minute. And so you could use this for an entry to the downside. You could also have waited for some sort of inversion, but you don't get it on the 1 minute. You get it on the 30-second, and the 30-second also really doesn't give you anything. So yeah, the 5 minute is really the best way to take that trade. There's also a 3 minute in here as well. Let's see, where are you at? Yeah, right here. So that 5 minute is also a 3 minute, and I'm big on trading the 3 minute. The 3 minute is one of my favorite time frames to trade. It's super clean. It gives you a lot more confirmation. A lot of times you'll get a 1 minute inversion, but you are not going to have a 5 minute or a 3 minute, right? You're going to have the 1 minute or 30-second, and it's a little early. It's great for risk reward because you can get in early on a trade, but a lot of times you don't have the confirmation you need to really be looking for that trade to go lower or to go higher. So that 3 minute is kind of that sweet spot I've found in the inversion world. You can target highs or lows or whatever, and you can really have confidence that that 3 minute is going to hold, because it's again not a 30-second, not a 1 minute, not a 2 minute, obviously, but it's also not a 5, right? So you're kind of in between, and it's a great place. So as you can see here, that held beautifully, right? Pushed up into that hourly, did not take liquidity, which I did mention. I would have loved to see this taken here. That would have been A+, because then you have that sweep, right? And then that nice move lower. But we took 15-minute highs. That was all I really cared about. Took 15-minute highs, came back up, pretty much rejected right off of here. Took that short, beautiful short, all the way down to that 4 hour low. And then what happened here, guys, if you weren't on the stream watching, this low was taken by NQ, right? But not ES, creating that SMT, which is that SMT, smart money techniques or smart money divergence. And what do we see? We saw a quick bid back to the upside. So price is not doing really much today. It's kind of ranging between 40-50 point ranges, especially after lunchtime, which was, what time did this thing start kind of doing this? At around 12:30. It's pretty ugly, to be honest. Pretty ugly. But expected, right? We don't have any news today, so very expected. Again, we'll look at the calendar here. Here's our calendar for this week, guys. We have Tuesday. So let's see. We are, what day is today? Today is Monday, September 8th. So we have no news today. We have non-farm tomorrow at 10. Not anything that I really care about. We have news Wednesday at 8:30. Again, PPI mom. I mean, I'm not really looking at this that much. I'm going to be looking more. Thursday's kind of packed. So Thursday and Friday seem like we're going to have some really good news. Let's check Forex Factory here. See what Forex Factory is showing as far as red folder news here. Guys, if you're not looking at news, you're already failing. So please check out Forex Factory. Go to your news and look at the red folder news for the week. It's going to really be super helpful for you guys. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is basically today, zero news, nothing that matters, nothing that's going to really move the market. Unless Trump comes out with a tweet or something else, right? That can be a market mover. But yeah, Tuesday, we don't have any red folder as well. Nothing here that really calls my name. So yeah. So Tuesday the 9th. No red folder news. Wednesday, we do have some red folder. We have PPI at 8:30 a.m. So before market open, we have some news there. Thursday, we do have monetary policy, core PPI, CPI, unemployment claims. There's a lot of news Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a really good trading day. We should see some nice moves. Most likely, whatever's going to happen this week, it's going to be Thursday and Friday. That's where a lot of the news is kind of sitting for this week. Friday, you have consumer sentiment, which is important. So yeah, this is looking good. I mean, it's looking really good. So, what I would say, guys, if you're not finding an A+ setup on between now and Wednesday, don't force trades, right? And make sure you always have really good risk reward, because especially on a time or a week like this where not a lot of news till the end of the week, that risk reward is going to be really important, because if number one, you get chopped up, prices and move, at least your risk reward is in place, and you just take a paper cut, right? Nothing too crazy. Don't be expecting huge moves like you saw today. Nothing really big has happened. We're pretty much back at the open, right? What was the New York open? 9:30 a.m. open. It was right around here. So yeah, that's our open. So we're chopping back and forth at the New York open here, which is just goes to tell you where the market is, what it's waiting for, right? It's waiting for some news, waiting for something. So yeah, try not to get too chopped up. Try to wait for good setups, and you should be okay. But again, Friday and Thursday this week is going to be bomb. We're going to have some really nice moves those 2 days, and you really should see some nice movement those days. I mean, maybe even Wednesday, the day before news. I mean, it doesn't always happen, right? A lot of times you don't really get much, but maybe there'll be a setup that sets up. So yeah, anyone have any questions? It's going to be 4 o'clock already. It's already 4 o'clock. The market's pretty much doing nothing. We're going to go ahead and close the stream off here in a second. I just want to make sure that nobody here has any questions that I can answer before I go. By the way, Shakib, thanks for joining the Discord, man. Thanks for joining the community here. Happy to have you. And the goal here, guys, is to get everyone to payouts, right? We want to get payouts from these firms, right? That is the goal. So if that's your goal, we're a great community and a great Discord to align yourself with. It's pretty much the main focus for all of us here. A couple members in our Discord that are really crushing it. We got one of our members is a live trader with TopStep, and just crushes it, man. He's always posting payout after payout. It's pretty impressive. I post my payouts also in the Discord as well. So yeah, even if you're a free member and you join for free, you can see all that stuff there. We're very transparent about everything. But all right, guys, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're seeing this later on, after this live is done, thanks for watching it at a later time. All that stuff really helps us grow. I appreciate it. My team appreciates it. TraderMade community appreciates it. So yeah, guys, just give us a thumbs up here. Give us a subscribe or subscribe to the channel. And you're going to really do us a huge favor as we start to grow here. And again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.